I really enjoy Cage Side Seats, and they did an excerpt from an interview that was done with Roman Reigns, where he said that he can't think of one reason why people don't like him. And he went through the whole, like, he knows how I look, he said how I dress, you know. So let's rebuild Roman Reigns pretty easily. We're going to go back to the 2015 Royal Rumble, where everyone knew he was going to win, and once Daniel Bryan was eliminated, the crowd just went horrible on him. And the crowd began chanting for Rusev to win. Here's how we tweak it. Your final three: Rusev, Randy Orton, Roman Reigns. Your winner, Randy Orton. No one picks Randy Orton being the winner, but you have Randy Orton be your winner. Rusev eliminates Roman Reigns. Rusev, Roman Reigns begin a feud that culminates into WrestleMania. You can do the same thing where, you know, Rusev does a cheap victory to retain at Elimination Chamber. But you use that to be your segue into Roman Reigns defeating Rusev, becoming U.S. champion. Now, Authority hates Roman Reigns. So they book him every week in a match. Yes, you still use your United States Open Challenge, just instead it's the Authority constantly putting him in matches. Now, often the Authority doesn't like him, but he's defending the belt. He's doing well. You're probably thinking, but if you put Randy Orton in the main event, who takes on Seth Rollins? John Cena takes on Seth Rollins. If the crowd still kind of goes, you have Seth Rollins be the one to cash in and beat Randy Orton. So Randy Orton stays in the main event picture, where he was anyways, post-WrestleMania. You can put John Cena every round on the card. You know, John Cena could be a person who's going to take on Seth Rollins. John Cena can go into a match with Brock Lesnar. John Cena can take anybody he wants to. He's just not the U.S. champion. So you then end last year's WrestleMania with Roman Reigns holding the title. And then he goes on a nice, solid, mid-card run. Dean Ambrose has got no title. I'd probably have him push to get into he's actually in the Intercontinental title feud. I'd probably push to have him maybe either still hunt for the IC title, because then you got the Shield holding all three singles belts, which works. You can still do the matches where they're all working together, but now they all be singles champions, and Randy Orton would have been in the main event, thus making sense from Randy Orton to be in the main event of other matches. See? Not bad. Now all of a sudden Roman Reigns had that nice mid-card run, which he needed. He needed something to happen. Not like he's in the main event for no reason. If you put him in the mid-card, it ends up being, we'll say he's your second hour main event. He's your first hour main event. He gets to put on good matches. He gets to keep the storyline going. If he gets injured, drops the U.S. title, still works. But he would have that run last year where he is the middle. And it works. Dean Ambrose was U.S. champion. Dean Ambrose has been IC champion. They put Dean Ambrose in the middle of the card because that's what builds the character. Roman Reigns pretty much left the Shield and then went into the main event. So Shield broke up, and he was pretty much in the main event. He was in a lot of main events. Might have been in all of them, but it felt like all of a sudden like they broke up. They broke up. Seth Rollins and Ambrose had a really great blood feud. Roman Reigns took on Randy Orton for some reason. Around that time, people really wanted Roman Reigns to face Triple H. That was around that time. That's when that should have happened. Now, Roman Reigns as U.S. champion. Triple H could have easily faced him at SummerSlam. Could you imagine that SummerSlam style match? Where Triple H could be like, I've been IC champ, undisputed champ, never held the U.S. belt. Now all of a sudden Triple H and Roman Reigns are feuding over the mid-card title. That's good. That would have been impressive. And now things could progress the same way they did for the remainder of last year. Roman Reigns could have been in that. He could have been in the tournament. Could have won the tournament beating Dean Ambrose. Could have lost to Sheamus. And now he's feud with Triple H again, but now it's for the big belt. But the Authority was constantly chipping at Roman Reigns while he was the mid-card champion. Not being like, you'll never be champion, Roman Reigns, so I'm putting you in a main event match. Instead of being Roman Reigns, you want me the main event, this fatal 4-way? Yep. But we can't have a paper that just defend the U.S. title, have win the U.S. title match, have him show up to the main event. He's tired, he's haggard, he's working double duty sometimes. Have the Authority pinpoint him, and Rollins is pinpointing Ambrose. And they're like, Rollins like, I don't want you guys, I got Ambrose. I don't need your help. You guys focus on Roman Reigns. Puts the two of them on parallel paths. They're facing the Authority from two different fronts. It worked. It's so simple, so easy. And then the crowd would actually probably be fully behind him. Now, you have to go back farther why the crowd is not behind him. And this goes back to CM Punk. When he did the pipe bomb and it was the summer of Punk, he was booked well for a couple of months. And then they had the Kevin Nash bit. I don't think Kevin Nash CM Punk puts butts in seats. Sorry, it doesn't. Had CM Punk instead begun his historic title run from there, not had that couple months where like, oh, Del Rio's champion because CM Punk's white hot and we need to throw water on that fire. Had they just tweaked that, had it been when CM Punk was champion, have him have main event matches at pay-per-views that do not involve John Cena. He did main event a pay-per-view because John Cena took on John Laurinaitis. If had CM Punk actually gotten the recognition for being the top guy, it would be okay. Instead, he was the champ. He wasn't the top guy. John Cena was the top guy. John Cena, Vince McMahon guy. Vince McMahon loves his big Jericho dudes. That's what Vince loves. The crowd wanted to see John Cena, CM Punk, main event WrestleMania. Instead, they got The Rock and John Cena again for the title. I'll be honest, great to see The Rock. You know what match would be even better? Freaking hangnail. The match would be even better. CM Punk beats The Rock at Royal Rumble. John Cena. John Cena wins the Royal Rumble. He's going on to face CM Punk. The Rock wants in. You do a triple threat match. Rock, John Cena, CM Punk. Boom. Punk gets his WrestleMania moment. You could have Punk working The Rock for a third year, for 3 consecutive matches. You get John Cena main eventing against The Rock for 2 years, but you've got CM Punk in that match too. Now all of a sudden, when Rock, who's just diesel jacked, starts getting kind of winded, that's you got Punk in there. Punk can work with both of them. Punk might not have been built like $1 million, but the dude knew how to work a match. Now all of a sudden that match got that added element of, wait a minute, Punk beat The Rock. And then have Punk through heel trickery retain at Elimination Chamber. And you're like, wait a minute, what? Rock hasn't beat CM Punk, and Rock's beat John Cena. Does Rock become champion at the end of the match? Does CM Punk retain and continue his historic run? Does John Cena get the belt? All of a sudden, you have this match that's got 3 people who all legitimately could win the match. Boom, there you go. When The Rock won, I was like, well, Rock's going to go film a movie, so he's probably going to have to belt to Cena. So they saw a guy who was white hot but wasn't booked well. Daniel Bryan, white hot, didn't feel like he was booked well while you were in the middle. When you got to the end, if WrestleMania 30 was indeed the original end and not just Here's your guy. Know you like him. Oh, he gonna go nowhere. Now, had they actually, if from SummerSlam to WrestleMania the following year was the plan, brilliant plan. If SummerSlam to WrestleMania was one of those, no, it's gonna be Orton Batista for the main event, then the EU is idiots. And then what they did when they changed course was fantastic. But even then, Daniel Bryan got booked horribly. When Seth Rollins cashed in his Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, people were like, dude, it's Rollins. Rollins can work an awesome match. He can do this. Then they get booked like garbage. See a pattern here? People who should have been up at the top of the card, Seth Rollins knows how to work. And he was booked so hot and cold. It turned people off, like, eh. Everyone's been 50-50s, you're like, eh. When Ziggler defeated the Authority, dang it, he should have been put into some main event style match. He should have been a guy who was feuding for a title. He was hot right after that. He should have had a lot of momentum going forward. No. It was like, well, Roman Reigns injured, Ziggler, you're taking Roman Reigns' spot. Cool. Do I have to win the Royal Rumble? No. Do I have to do anything else afterwards? No. You're going to fill the spot, and then when Steve comes back, we're going to put him right back where in storyline you should be. We're just going to be like, and Ziggler, 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 Roman, Roman, Roman. So they've been like, Ziggler, Ziggler, Ziggler. Because let's say Ziggler wins the Royal Rumble. Ziggler, let's say Triple H eliminates Roman Reigns. It's now Ambrose, Ziggler, Triple H in there. Triple H eliminates Ambrose because, Ziggler's just selling death in the corner. Roman Reigns on the outside ring looks at Ambrose. Ambrose looks back at him. They look at Triple H. They go in the ring. They whoop the bejesus out of Triple H. Throw him out of the ring. Powerbomb him through a table. And then the winner, first by default, is Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler now has the opportunity to become he's now champion. Boom. Triple H, livid, goes on an absolute tear against Roman Reigns. Books a match where those three are having a match. Winner goes on to face Dolph Ziggler for the championship. But Heyman finagles a way to get Lesnar in there. You have Triple H beat either of those two guys. Triple H and Ziggler are going to main event WrestleMania. Triple H has to beat Dolph Ziggler. Because he knows if Shane McMahon wins, he's done. He's going to be gone from the company. But you can't fire your champion. Hey, there you go. Awesome. That works. You tweak it one little bit. Ambrose, hey, if you wanted to do Roman Reigns, Lesnar, if you wanted to do Roman Reigns, Ambrose, Lesnar, if you wanted to do Ambrose, Lesnar, if you wanted to put Roman Reigns in any other match you want to on the card, do you build it for Shane McMahon, Undertaker? You just have a spot where Shane is walking back. And he opens up a room. And in there's Roman Reigns. Or there's Ambrose. Could be Roman Reigns, Ambrose, and Ziggler could be in the room talking about stuff. Shut the door. Be like, you guys, we gotta talk. Now, let's say you do Ambrose versus Lesnar. Roman Reigns doesn't have a match. Or you put him in one like the multi-man cluster matches. Time for Shane McMahon to take on The Undertaker. Shane McMahon is getting the daylights beaten out of him. The music hits. Roman Reigns comes down to the ring. Roman Reigns beats the daylights out of The Undertaker. People start coming down the ring like it's the League of Nations or anybody else. He's just Superman punching everybody. Drive-by kicks, spearing. He ends up being the person who helps Shane McMahon defeat The Undertaker. Therefore, resting him control of Raw. You end the night with Triple H beating Dolph Ziggler to become champion. Well, now you've got a champion who's a heel in a company that's a face. Start putting Triple H in like multi-man matches. To slowly build to SummerSlam, where Roman Reigns defeats Triple H to become champion. There are lots of other options that gets the goodwill behind Roman Reigns. Put him in the spot where he should have been, from a storyline standpoint, that makes the most amount of sense. And all it took was just slightly tweaking some cards here and there. Just putting somebody in one different spot, and it would have been fine. But he's a character. When he was in the Shield, the crowd loved him. Crowd loved him. That was his spot. He was the juggernaut. He was the big, short, impactful matches. Hit heavy, hit hard. Don't need to hit off because he hits heavy and hits hard. That's his character. Simple, easy, it works. No cheesy John Cena lines. No, oh man, I'm fighting from I'm an underdog. You're not an underdog. You are 6'3". You look like freaking Aquaman. Give that guy a trident and he's Aquaman for Superman vs. Batman. He is a large, jacked, impressive physical specimen who has all the physical tools you could possibly need. He just needs a little more seasoning. Does he need to talk? No. His promos should be almost nothing. When he feuded with Bray Wyatt, and he got in the ring and he went hell in a cell, dropped the mic and left. That was it. It's an amazing promo. When he grabbed the mic from Steph and he went, she'd be like, I'm gonna go into your ring, in your arena, WrestleMania. I'm gonna beat your husband for my title. Drop the mic, walk away. That's it. That's it. You need to be like, hi, my name is Roman Reigns. I'm here to beat up so-and-so. Here's why. Mike, walk away. He should do a 1 minute, 2 minute promo. That's it. His matches don't need to be long. He can work from underneath, hit a series of moves, win a match. Sure. He's got all of the physical tools possible. He's just booked horribly and booked incorrectly. A couple small tweaks here and there, and just like after TLC, when the crowd loved him for like a week and a half, and they squandered it all. The tools are there. The pieces are there. The crowd's kind of going, and the crowd goes, just turn him heel. The crowd wants to turn him heel because they like what's there. They know it's just, if we just twist it a little bit, just a little bit. Because right now he's hearing like, yeah, he's not fitting in. We twist him just a little bit. And he would just fit perfectly into what most of the crowd wants to actually cheer. Heels get cheered because it's the right guy in the right spot doing the right thing, even though it's the wrong thing. Instead, you've got the right guy in the wrong spot for the wrong reasons doing the right things, and it does not line up.